Welcome back everyone. Today we're going to unlock Tasha and see how she performs in a gameplay run. We'll test her abilities, see how well she scores, and also find out if she's a good character to use or not. You might be wondering why I'm unlocking Tasha now, and there's actually a reason behind it. I'll explain that in just a moment, so stay tuned as we get into the gameplay and unlock the character. Tasha is finally unlocked. Now it's time to max her out and see exactly what she can do. Since we're testing her properly, I want to use her at her maximum potential so we can get the best possible results during this gameplay. Let's quickly go through her abilities. Her first perk, Bubbly Personality, gives you a bubblegum every time you activate a hoverboard. As you level her up, the bubblegum lasts longer, which means you'll be able to take advantage of its effects for more time during the run. Her second perk, Sugar Rush, is really interesting because it gives you an extra score multiplier whenever a bubblegum is active. That means the more time you spend with bubblegum, the better your score multiplier becomes. For high-score gameplay, this could be a really useful ability. Then comes her third perk, Double Gum, which gives you a 50% chance to receive another bubblegum whenever one pops. That's actually a pretty fun ability because if you're lucky, you can keep getting bubblegums without waiting too long, making the gameplay feel much more consistent. For today's test, we'll be using the Sweet Street Hoverboard because it matches Tasha's abilities really well. Its special ability gives you bonus score whenever you pick up a bubblegum while riding the hoverboard. The run has officially started, and let's see how well Tasha performs. Since this is our first proper gameplay with her, I'm really excited to see how often her abilities activate and whether this combination can keep a good score throughout the run. We'll also keep an eye on the bubblegum abilities and see if they actually make a noticeable difference during normal gameplay. If you're new to the channel and this is your first time watching one of my videos, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. I upload Subway Surfers City gameplay regularly, including character showcases, hoverboard tests, high score runs, coin farming videos, comparisons, guides, and update content. If that's the kind of content you enjoy, you're definitely in the right place. Some of you might be wondering why I decided to unlock Tasha now. The reason is pretty simple. I want to unlock every character in the game and test them properly instead of judging them only by reading their abilities. Real gameplay always tells a different story, and I think that's the best way to know how strong a character actually is. That's why I wanted to start making dedicated gameplay videos for every character I unlock. I still have Jaewoo waiting to be unlocked, and don't worry, I'll definitely make a separate gameplay for him as well. I know many of you haven't shown much interest in Jaewoo yet, so I thought Tasha would be a better choice for today's video. Later, I'll unlock Jaewoo, max him out, explain all of his abilities, and test him properly just like I'm doing with every other character. Everyone will get their own gameplay. The main goal is to make a proper character tier list in the future. I don't want to rank characters based only on what their abilities say. I want to spend enough time using each one, understand how they perform in longer runs, compare their strengths, and then make fair rankings. I think that's much more useful because the results will come from actual gameplay instead of only reading the ability descriptions. After I finish unlocking and testing every character, I'll move on to the hoverboards. I'll unlock them, upgrade them, explain every ability, and compare their performance in different situations. That way we'll also know which hoverboards are actually worth using. It'll take some time, but I think it'll be really helpful for everyone who watches these comparison videos regularly. And yes, I know every character has a matching hoverboard, and Tasha also has one that fits her abilities. That's why I'm using that combination in today's gameplay. I wanted to see how the character and her matching hoverboard work together before trying different combinations in future videos, so stay tuned because there are still many more characters, hoverboards, comparisons, and tier lists coming soon. I've also noticed that many of you have been asking me to make a character tier list, and that's one of the biggest reasons I'm unlocking every character properly. I don't want to rank them just by looking at their abilities. I want to play with each character first, understand how they perform in real gameplay, and then make a tier list that's based on actual experience instead of only opinions. Another thing is that in about 1 or 2 days, we'll get a brand new season pass. As soon as that arrives, I'll unlock the new character and make a dedicated gameplay with them first. After testing that character properly, I'll include them in the tier list as well. I think that's the best way to keep the rankings updated instead of making them before the new character releases. After that, Jaewoo is the only character left for me to unlock and test. Don't worry, I'll make a dedicated gameplay for him too, explain his abilities and see how well he performs. Even though I know many of you haven't shown much interest in him yet. He's still one of the characters in the game, so I want to give him a proper chance before making the final rankings. Once every character has been unlocked and tested, we'll move on to the hoverboards. I'll start unlocking, upgrading, and testing them one by one to see how good they really are. So let me know in the comments which hoverboard you want me to unlock and upgrade first. Your suggestions will help me decide what to test in the next videos, so don't forget to comment your favorite hoverboard. Until now, I have to say I'm actually enjoying Tasha much more than I expected. Before starting this gameplay, I wasn't really sure how useful her abilities would feel during a longer run. But after playing for several minutes, my opinion is slowly changing. The bubblegum keeps appearing quite often, and that makes the gameplay feel much safer. I didn't expect the abilities to activate this consistently, but so far they've been doing a really good job. One thing I've noticed is that we're spending a lot of time with bubblegum active. Every time we activate a hoverboard, we get another bubblegum, and since it lasts longer at the maximum level, it stays active for a good amount of time. Then, on top of that, there's also the 50% chance of getting another bubblegum when one pops. When those abilities start working together, it almost feels like we're always protected during the run. From a survivability perspective, I think Tasha is actually a really solid character. Having bubblegum available so often gives you a little more confidence while playing because you know there's some protection if you make a small mistake. Of course, it won't save every run, but it definitely helps reduce the pressure, especially when you're trying to reach higher scores without worrying too much about every single obstacle. Another thing I like is how consistent her abilities feel. Some characters have abilities that don't activate very often, so you sometimes forget they're even there. With Tasha, it feels different because the bubblegum keeps coming back throughout the gameplay. That makes her abilities noticeable instead of something that only activates once in a while. It keeps the gameplay feeling active, and I think that's one of her strongest points. Personally, I'm getting a really good first impression from this character. I'm not going to say where I'd rank her just yet because we still have more gameplay left. But if she continues performing like this, I can definitely see her becoming one of the stronger characters for longer runs. So far, I'm honestly impressed and I'm really enjoying using Tasha. Let's keep playing and see if she continues performing this well for the rest of the gameplay. And what do you guys think until now? Based on what you've seen so far, do you like Tasha's abilities or were you expecting something different? Personally, I think she's proving to be much better than I originally thought. The bubblegum appears consistently, the survivability feels great, and overall the gameplay has been really smooth. I'm excited to see if she keeps this pace going as we continue the run. Until now, I also want to talk about the Sweet Street Hoverboard because I'm honestly liking it a lot. Its ability is very simple but surprisingly powerful. Whenever you collect a bubblegum while riding the Sweet Street Hoverboard, you receive bonus score. After collecting all 3 secret stars and increasing our multiplier, every bubblegum we collect is giving around 72,000 to 75,000 bonus score, which is honestly a huge amount. When you look at it like that, both the character and the hoverboard are supporting each other really well. Tasha helps us get more bubblegum, and every time we collect one while riding Sweet Street, we receive another big score bonus. It feels like both abilities are working together naturally instead of acting separately, and that's making the score increase much faster than I expected. I also noticed that even when we high-five a crew member, we receive a nice amount of score, but personally, seeing 70,000 plus bonus score appear just from collecting a bubblegum feels even more satisfying. It happens so often during the gameplay that those bonus points keep stacking up, and after a long run, they make a really noticeable difference in the final score. Personally, I think Tasha is mainly built for high-score gameplay, and pairing her with the Sweet Street Hoverboard makes perfect sense. After using this combination, I feel like maybe we should start using more characters with their own dedicated hoverboards because the abilities seem to complement each other really well. What do you guys think? And one more question, how many of you actually know every character's dedicated hoverboard? I know all of them, but I'm curious to see how many of you know them too. Let me know in the comments. Another ability that has really impressed me is Sugar Rush. I honestly think this is one of Tasha's biggest strengths because whenever a bubblegum is active, Sugar Rush gives us an extra 3x score multiplier. That's a huge bonus in my opinion. Most characters get smaller multiplier boosts under certain conditions, but getting 3x from a passive ability feels really rewarding. Every second that bubblegum stays active, you're also earning a better score, and that's something I really appreciate. When I compare Sugar Rush with abilities from other characters, I think it stands out even more. For example, Harini gets an extra 2x multiplier while a coin doubler is active, and that's already considered a very good passive ability. But Tasha getting 3x while bubblegum is active feels even stronger to me because bubblegum is already helping with survivability. You're not only staying safer during the run, but you're also increasing your score at the same time. Even if we compare it with the district system, after visiting every district, the highest extra multiplier we can receive is only 2x. That's why I feel Sugar Rush is such a valuable ability. A 3x multiplier is higher than what you get from clearing every district, and since bubblegum appears so often with Tasha, you're able to take advantage of that bonus repeatedly throughout the gameplay. It really starts adding up during longer runs. The best part is how all of Tasha's abilities work together instead of feeling disconnected. Bubbly Personality keeps giving us bubblegum whenever we activate a hoverboard. Double Gum gives us a 50% chance to receive another bubblegum when one pops, and because bubblegum stays active for so long, Sugar Rush keeps providing that extra 3x multiplier. Instead of relying on just one strong ability, the entire kit supports itself really well. Personally, I think the developers designed Tasha's abilities really well. Every ability has a purpose, and together they create a character that's focused on both survivability and high-score gameplay. Bubblegum helps keep you safe, Sugar Rush boosts your multiplier, and the other abilities help Bubblegum stay available more often. So far, I'm genuinely enjoying this character, and I think she's much better than I originally expected before starting this gameplay. We've been playing for only about 10 minutes, and we're already at 4 million score. Honestly, that's much faster than I expected. Reaching 4 million this quickly without even realizing it is really impressive, and I think this combination is performing much better than I originally thought. The score is increasing so smoothly that it doesn't even feel like we've been playing for 10 minutes already. I also have to say that I'm really enjoying the bubblegum gameplay. Those fast bounces and quick movements make every run feel much more exciting. They definitely test your reflexes because you have to react much faster than normal. Instead of just running in a straight line, you're constantly adjusting your movement, and I think that makes the gameplay a lot more fun and keeps you focused the whole time. At the beginning, I honestly wasn't the biggest fan of bubblegum. Even now, there's one situation where I still don't like it very much, and that's while collecting secret stars. Sometimes the extra bounce changes your movement just enough to miss the secret star, and that can be a little frustrating. That's probably the only time where I wish I didn't have bubblegum active during the run. But apart from collecting secret stars, I actually love using bubblegum now. While playing naturally, those bouncing movements feel really satisfying, and the gameplay becomes much more enjoyable. Having bubblegum active for most of the run makes everything feel faster, smoother, and much more exciting than I expected before trying this character. The score is also coming from so many different places. We're getting score by high-fiving crew members. We're getting bonus score from the Sweet Street hoverboard whenever we collect bubblegum while riding it. And Sugar Rush is giving us an extra 3ix multiplier while bubblegum is active. When all these bonuses start working together, the score increases incredibly quickly throughout the gameplay. Honestly, I didn't think we'd reach 4 million in only 10 minutes. Seeing the score grow this fast has really surprised me. If we continue at this pace, I don't think it'll take much longer to reach the next milestones, and we'll also be able to unlock Tasha's superstar outfit during this gameplay. So what do you guys think? Personally, I'm having a great time with this combination, and so far it's been a really fun experience. And just like that, we've already reached 5 million score. Honestly, that's absolutely crazy. It took us only about 12 minutes, and we're already here. I know we're using a maxed out Tasha and a maxed out Sweet Street hoverboard, but even then, Reaching 5 million this quickly is still really impressive. I genuinely didn't expect the score to increase at this pace when we started today's gameplay, so this has been a really pleasant surprise. Personally, after Billy plus Possum, this has become one of my favorite combinations for high score and survivability. I'd honestly rate it 10 on 10 because everything works together so well. Sugar Rush, Bubblegum, and the Sweet Street Hoverboard bonus score all combine perfectly, making the score increase much faster than I expected. The gameplay also feels really smooth, and I've been enjoying every minute of this run. I also think the Sweet Street Hoverboard deserves much more attention because it performed far better than I expected. Pairing it with Tasha makes a noticeable difference, and the overall gameplay feels fast, fun, and rewarding. We'll keep playing for a little longer, and then we'll naturally end the run after we crash. But until now, I can honestly say this combination has impressed me a lot, and I'm really happy I decided to test it today. So we finally finished the run with around 5.36 million score, and honestly, that's a really impressive result. Also, remember that this was Tasha's very first gameplay on the channel. We didn't know exactly what to expect before starting, but after this run, I can honestly say she surprised me. If you haven't unlocked her yet, I definitely think she's worth checking out, especially if you enjoy high-score gameplay. As for the outfits, I'm thinking of saving them for another dedicated video instead of unlocking them right now. I think it'll be much more exciting if we unlock the outfits separately and then make a fresh gameplay with them. That way, the video can focus completely on the new outfits, and we can also see how they look during an actual run. I hope you guys don't mind waiting a little longer because I think it'll make for a much better video. So stay tuned because we'll be unlocking those outfits very soon and playing with them in future gameplays. I think it'll be really fun, and I'm excited to share those videos with all of you. If you've watched until the end, comment Bubblegum Squad so I know you made it this far. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.